Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you a video on my top 5 most durable soccer cleats of 2014. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I consider to be the most durable soccer cleats currently out there on the market, my top 5 along with a couple of honorable mentions. Now please keep in mind that these are just my personal opinions and not necessarily fact. When it comes to how long your shoes are going to last, it really is anybody's best guess, and it really depends on the model, who's wearing them, what type of playing surface you're wearing them on, how frequently you play. There's tons and tons of variables. In fact, I actually have a video on this particular topic. I'll leave an annotation to that on screen so you can go ahead and check it out. But again, if you really are looking for the most durable shoe, the longest life out of your shoes, I think that the shoes that I picked out in today's video are definitely ones that you should consider because they really are some of the most rugged shoes out there on the market. Now again, if you guys are interested in more information on any of the models I'm going to be talking about in today's video, I'm going to be leaving annotations on screen throughout the video, and there'll also be review pages linked down below in the description to all of these models where you'll find the full written review, as well as buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you can pick everything up in multiple colorways below their retail price. So again, if you see something that you're interested in today's video, the links are all down below in the description. And with that being said, let's get into the top 5 most durable soccer cleats of 2014. The first shoe on my top 5 list certainly isn't the most popular boot around, but when it comes to durability, it's really tough to beat. And of course, I'm talking about the Umbro UX1. Now this shoe is unique for a couple of different reasons, with the main reason being that it features a textile upper, which you don't see very often. It's what Umbro calls Armour Tex, and as you can see, it does have that woven aesthetic to it. It isn't overly thick, but it isn't overly thin either. It's surprisingly comfortable, and as far as touch is concerned, it's not going to let you down, but in terms of just being very rugged and solid and durable, it's extremely tough to beat. Even if you were to take an X-Acto knife to the surface of this upper, it would take you quite a few swipes to even break through the surface material. So again, as far as durability is concerned, the upper is, like I said, just very solidly made. And then to top everything off, you have this webbing rubberized material on top that goes right to the base of the sole plate, creating a very strong bond between the upper and the sole, and of course just adding to the overall ruggedness of the design. So again, if you're looking for something that is built to last and is very comfortable and a capable performer as well, the Umbro UX1, like I mentioned, while it's not the most popular model around, is a very good shoe to consider if you're looking for something that's simply going to last a very long time. The next shoe on my list is the latest Adidas Nitrocharge 1.0. Now this shoe is very durable, again, because it uses some very unique materials on the upper. At the very front of the shoe, you're going to find hybrid touch synthetic. In the forefoot area, you're going to find your Energy Sling rubberized band, which just creates a very strong bond between the sole plate and the upper, and also makes for a very responsive feel on the shoe. Probably my favorite aspect of the Nitrocharge 1.0 when it comes to overall performance. And then from the Energy Sling back, you can see you get that protective mesh material from Adidas, which essentially is like a plastic woven mesh type synthetic. You even have embedded pads here for extra protection. And as far as durability is concerned, it's another one of those materials that you just quite simply cannot rip through. And of course, you get that extra protection as well. Also, you do get, of course, the Nitrocharge version of the Sprint frame, which is very solidly made, a lot more solid than what you're going to get from an F50 Adizero, even though the design appears to be quite similar. And again, if you're looking for a shoe that is relatively lightweight, very responsive, going to provide a great touch on the ball, and of course last a very long time, then this is definitely a shoe that you should have on your radar. The next shoe on my list is made by Mizuno. Again, a brand that isn't the most popular in North America, but if you're looking for something that is a very capable performer and at the same time extremely durable, then the Mizuno Wave Ignitus 3 is definitely a shoe that you should be taking a good hard look at. Now, what makes this shoe so durable is, one, it's made by Mizuno. If you've ever worn any of their products, you know that they're all really well made, and the durability is always top notch. It's not just necessarily the Wave Ignitus 3, although I would say that it's the most durable of their entire lineup. at this particular moment. Now the upper is made from two different types of materials, one being prime skin synthetic, which you're going to find as a base. It's slightly padded, relatively thin, but extremely rugged. It's a little bit stiff from right out of the box, but after some wear time, you will find that it does soften up. You're going to find that mainly here on the lateral side and right here in the midfoot on the medial side, where in the main striking element and forefoot area on the medial side, you're going to find this very large rubberized striking element over top of that prime skin synthetic. It also goes right to the base of the sole, so you're going to get an extra strong bond in this area of the foot between the upper and the sole plate. And again, it's just a really well made, really solid construction. You get this very large heel counter, which is not going to allow for really anywhere at the rear portion of the shoe, as well as provide great lockdown and awesome protection. And as far as the sole plate is concerned, it's a very thick plastic. You get lots of studs. They got good length to them, and especially if you're playing on hard natural grass playing surfaces where longer studs aren't necessarily the best and they can wear down on you, you're just not going to have that issue with the Wave Ignitus 3. So again, if you're looking for a very capable performer, perhaps you miss the T90 series from Nike, the Mizuno Wave Ignitus 3 is going to be most similar to that T90 line in terms of how it fits and how it's designed with the rubberized striking elements. And like I said, it's a great performer and something that is going to last you a very long time. The next shoe on my list is the Adidas Predator Instinct, arguably the most popular model of the entire bunch that I'm going to be naming today. Now, what's great about the Predator Instinct is that it's just extremely well made and very comfortable at the same time. And if you're looking for longevity, this shoe definitely delivers. I put a ton of time into the Predator Instinct, one single pair since it first came out. In fact, the launch battle pack colorway. And like I said, I've had no issues at all when it comes to durability. The base synthetic is hybrid touch, and then of course you have the rubberized lethal zones on the surface of the upper. It adds to the overall ruggedness, and of course it goes right to the base of the sole plate, which just creates for a really strong bond between that upper and sole plate around the edges, which is extremely important. It's comfortable, it's more solid than the last couple of Predator models, weighing closer to 10 ounces as opposed to 8. You get the thicker control frame that, like I said, really does stand up well as far as durability is concerned. You're not going to run into issues with stud pressure or anything like that. And if you're looking for something that performs great, offers an extremely unique feel, and is going to last you a very long time, then the Predator line as a whole, not just the Instinct, the LZ1 and 2 are also very durable shoes. But again, the Predator line is certainly something you can trust when it comes to durability. The final shoe on my list, and the only shoe on the list that's made from natural leather as opposed to synthetic, is the Adidas Copa Mundial. I have the whiteout variation right here, which is not going to be the best example if you want your shoes to look the same as they were from brand new, because obviously these will stain quite easily. But as far as build quality and longevity is concerned, it's really tough to beat something like the Adidas Copa Mundial. Now, as I'm sure many of you guys know already, the Copa is still made in Germany, and the quality definitely shows as far as the craftsmanship is concerned. It's 100% made from very soft, extremely high quality kangaroo leather. It does require some break-in time, and unlike all the synthetic shoes, there is some maintenance required with a natural leather soccer shoe, but as long as you take good care of them, this is a shoe that is definitely going to last you a very long time. It's extremely comfortable. It fits absolutely everybody. I've never run into somebody that didn't fit well into the Copa Mundial, given that you have the right size. And keep in mind, the sizing is a little bit tricky with this particular shoe, so if you're not familiar with how they fit, I'll leave a couple of annotations on screen, and of course a link down below in the description to the review page on my website so you can get more info on that. But again, if you're looking for that soft, natural leather touch on the ball, an extremely comfortable package, and of course a pair of shoes that's going to last you a very long time for an affordable price, then the Adidas Copa Mundial is definitely one of those shoes that you should take a look at. Honorable mentions go out to these two shoes that I have on the table right here, the Puma Evo Power 1 and the Under Armour Clutchfit Force. The Evo Power 1 is the lightest of all the shoes featured in today's video, weighing in at around 7 ounces or so in a size 9.5 US. It features an Adapt-Lite synthetic upper along with the AccuFoam, creating a really unique sensation in terms of how these things fit and feel. You get the extra flexible sole plate, and as far as comfort goes, it's one of those shoes that is extremely tough to beat if you're going for something that features a thin synthetic upper. But again, as far as durability is concerned, I haven't had any issues myself. I haven't really seen many reported issues. And if you're looking for something that's going to be very durable and at the same time very lightweight, then the EvoPower 1 is definitely a good option. The Under Armour Clutchfit Force is a much less popular shoe in comparison to the Puma EvoPower. Under Armour really hasn't caught too much steam in the soccer cleat market, although they really are making some great stuff right now. The Clutchfit Force Upper is extremely durable. It offers probably one of the most unique fits and feels on the market. It actually does compare a little bit to the Puma EvoPower 1 in terms of the upper having the ability to stretch on your foot but still maintain a nice responsive sensation when making changes of direction. And again, as far as durability is concerned, because there's almost a rubberized base on the surface, the bond between the sole plate and the upper is extremely strong. And again, this is more of a lightweight shoe, so if you're looking for something that's thinner, more lightweight, but at the same time going to be very, very durable, the EvoPower 1 and the Under Armour Clutchfit Force are definitely shoes that you should take a good hard look at. Alright guys, this is for my top 5 list of what I consider to be the most durable soccer cleats currently out there on the market. Again, there's really no specific time frame or how long these shoes should or will last. It really is anybody's best guess. But again, if you're looking for a great combination of performance and durability, all of the shoes that I mentioned in today's video are definitely something that you can consider if that's something that's important to you. Again, if you want more info on any of the models in the video, links to all of those review pages are down below in the description. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave a comment down below and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. That would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.